Next week, why would anyone jump out of a perfectly safe airplane? Find out as we drop in on the original Drop Zone. Also, find out if Alexander is great.
The miracle of modern technology.
Wayne's World on Wheels.
We're just going to have some fun out there today.
And why are these people wearing sunglasses to a movie? That's all next week on Not Just News.
I'm Bozo.
I live in a little trailer in the back.
And we're going to be clowning around on Not Just News. Not Just
News. There's more there. How and what and why and where. Zimbabwe, LA, and France. Around the world in half a grand. Not Just News. Does the soul control the mind? This is the stuff that's hard to find. Between the reds, the greens, and blues, between the lines is Not Just News. Today,
Holy cow!
hey, they just missed making the playoffs. We'll find out what makes the Cubs baseball's funniest team. Look, I'm stealing third base. Also, go behind the scenes with baseball's best announcers. The Chicago Showdown with Ed O'Neill.
They're going to cut this segment.
And find out what these stars have in common. That's today on... Woo! Welcome to Not Just News. I'm Matt Gallant, and today we're hanging out here at Wrigley Field in Chicago. I need some peanut and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Keep the shoulder down. So it's root for the home team. Doesn't look anything like me. Did you get any Matt Gallant cards? They don't win, it's a shame. Don't you think the grounds crew could have done a better job just cutting all the weeds down? It's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old. And take a look behind me. You see that big scoreboard? That is the oldest working manual scoreboard in baseball. Now this park has got tons of history. In fact, it's been home to some of the greatest games ever played. Way back! Oh, you know, I don't like to brag, but that footage you just saw was actually from the Gallant family cookout. That was me going deep. Anyway, part of what makes this game so great are the characters on the field and the characters on TV.
Line drive it is! Play ball! Here's the winning run! Sanchez around third! The relay! He is! The Cubs win! Cubs win!
This is one of the best-known and best-loved voices in baseball. Harry Carey has been calling games for more than 50 years. He says he's never been happier than at Wrigley.
Wrigley Field means baseball to me. It means the most beautiful ballpark in the world. It means a lot of young... Look at the people in the stands. Who are they? The kids. Generation after generation after generation has lived the same way.
Harry's been part of people's lives for a long time. Even some of his fellow broadcasters are fans.
You know, I've been listening to Harry Carey almost my entire life, which is saying something because I grew up in New York. But it's true. On a clear night in New York City, you could pick up the 50,000 watts of KMOX and listen to Harry and Jack Buck broadcasting the Cardinals in the 1960s. His voice booming halfway across the country.
Into left field! Hit number 3,000! A runner scores!
To Steve Stone, he's one-time Cy Young Award winner, but now he's the partner and broadcaster with Harry Carey, right?
That's right, for 13 years, and as Harry is quick to mention, it's lasted long of some of his marriages.
Holy cow!
Harry came back from his stroke, and Ronald Reagan gave him a call to congratulate him about being back. Harry talked to him for a little bit, and then the president said, well, you know, my wife has Chicago ties, and Harry goes, excuse me, Mr. President, but Bobby Dernier just got a bunt hit. I've got to get back to the game. So Harry was probably the only man that's ever hung up on the President of the United States.
Long drive! Way back! It might be! It could be! There it is! Holy cow! I think if fans like me at all, it's because they condition themselves doing the game exactly the way I do it.
Holy cow!
That was excellent.
I haven't been to the game.
And I got to tell you, I don't think Harry would look as good in a bikini top. Hey, how about giving me a Harry Carey impression?
No, I don't know.
That was excellent. Next time you paint the house, open the windows. Okay, let's come down here. It might be! It might be! It could be! It could be! It is! Harry! Holy cow!
Holy cow! Listen to the Cub band! What a wonderful way to make a living. You're dealing with young people all the time. It's bound to keep you yourself a little bit young. I'm in the game that I truly, genuinely love. Baseball. How about that?
I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I would have liked to enjoy it, but I look up there, I'm not in the darn lineup, so just ruined the whole thing for me. You know, I come all the way out here, I got the jersey on, I got the name and everything, and I'm not in the game. So I'm going to go talk to the coach and figure out what's going on. In the meantime, you guys take a look at this. Excuse me, Coach? Coach?
I have so many, I didn't really know where to start.
All right, let's President Harry Truman.
Let's talk Truman. Harry S. Truman, our 33rd president, born May 8th, 1884.
Spider-Man.
Tony Dorsett was a hero of mine. Now, Truman, who never went to college, took over the presidency after Franklin Roosevelt died.
My father.
My mother, she'd be happy to hear me say that.
Because he just taught me everything I knew. He's a great man. He taught me everything I am.
My mother, I look up to my mother.
Adlai Stevenson would be a personal hero.
Now, Harry Truman was famous for saying things like, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Loved Tony Dorsett. I wanted to be Tony Dorsett.
I dance. I think it was Karen King.
Media man.
Cuba.
Doc Holliday is my hero. Yeah? Oh, yeah.
No, but I got to get one, you know.
And there's one last thing about Harry S. Truman. His middle name, he didn't have one, just the letter S.
There's more.
His parents, they couldn't decide on little Harry's middle name, so they just gave him the letter S, which does not have a period after it.
Yeah, they don't know anything.
Probably my dad. And the buck stops here.
All right, welcome back with Turk Wendell, number 13 for the Chicago Cubs. And dude, does the crowd pump you up?
Oh, without a question. You're out there in front of 30, 40,000 people. Every play, it's a big roar. It's such an adrenaline rush. You can't buy something like that.
You see that? But, you know, we got some guys out there who actually do that for a living. It's their job to pump up, get people going. And well, why don't we take a look at it? There you go. Whether it's the pros or your favorite college team, when things seem up in the air, it's up to the team mascots and cheerleaders to give the fans a little lift. This is cheerleader camp in Rutgers, New Jersey, run by the Universal Cheerleading Association. Every summer, mascot wannabes come here to learn the tricks of the trade. All right, guys, I know it's really hot outside, but I know you got to keep goofy. Get the crowd entertained. Let's do our job, okay? Everyone, put your hands on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, Huskies. Hey, the making of a mascot is no easy task. So if you want to become an animated character, listen up, because here's how they do it. First, they go to a special school. Well, I guess you could say everyone is a class clown. Here's some basic guidelines that will help you become a successful mascot. First of all, you want to stay in constant motion. The crowd's always going to be looking for you at the stadium, so you always want to get their attention, okay? Stay in character. You're never just yourself. You're always your mascot. All right. And always, always exaggerate your motions. You're almost like an ambassador to your school, more than some people, more than even your chancellor or the president of your school. People associate your school with their mascot. These are our commandments. These are what makes us mascots. Well, let's bring on those mascots! Hey, when it comes to mascots, the golden rule is that silence is golden. You see, they're not supposed to talk. But because a mime is a terrible thing to waste, I feel like that, I made it up myself. And because we can make anybody do anything, here is our exclusive Not Just News report, Voices Behind the Costumes.
Well, first of all, the costume, it's really hot, course it's hot. It's a sauna in here, actually. These suits, inside the suits, get up 130 degrees. So, you know, you're boiling. Really hot in here. And when the gyms get really packed, and there's a lot of people in the gyms, it's really rough.
Yes. When do I smell? Yeah.
Oh, it's so hot.
Sometimes, you know, I feel like I do some idiotic things.
You always have people watching you.
No, I'm underneath this costume, so it doesn't cause me too much embarrassment.
This is like, you know, this is your free-for-all time. Do what you gotta do and do it now. And you just run out and everybody starts cheering. It's really great.
I guess it is sort of like the court jester. You know, you're there to put a smile on people's faces.
You see? I told you we could get him to do anything. Watch this. Hey, Game, what's your favorite TV show? That was pretty good, wasn't it? You know, I could probably do that. In fact, I'm going to give it a try, just for you folks. We got the fans right here. All right, let's get it. Go Cubs! Matt, you're the greatest!
Here's what's coming up next.
Ed O'Neill takes our test.
I understand that this game has never been won.
And a bozo no-no.
Not Just News will return after these messages.
Go, 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 go!
Now, back to more Not Just News.
Here we go again. Hey, welcome back. We've moved outside because those crazy Cub fans are making too much noise. And now it's time for Kid Quiz, the game show where the kid always wins. And let's meet today's contestants.
Hi, my name's Danny. I'm a 5th grader from Detroit.
Hey, Danny, let's meet your opponent. He's the star of that hit show, Married with Children. Let's welcome Ed O'Neill.
Thank you very much.
Well, Ed, now, of course, your show takes place here in Chicago, so guess what your category is going to be? Chicago!
I'm an expert at Chicago.
All right, folks, you heard it here. He's throwing down the gauntlet. He's challenging us to stump him. Okay, Mr. Smarty, why do you know so much about Chicago?
Well, my friend is from Chicago.
All right, Mr. Ed O'Neill, big star there, saying that we can't stump him. So since he's such an expert about this whole Chicago thing, we've put together this video to help Danny out. Let's take a look. Where can you hang out on the beach, visit the tallest building in the world, and spot Michael Jordan all in the same day? Nowhere else but Chicago, Illinois, the 3rd largest city in America, and the pulse of the heartland. But if you plan on visiting Chicago, better hold on to your hat because it wasn't nicknamed the Windy City for nothing. In 1871, those winds brought a barn fire into town, destroying 1/3 of the city. Not long after, Chicago was built bigger and better than ever. Its towering buildings are an architect's dream. And there's no shortage of fun for sports buffs in this city. There's Soldiers Field for the Bears, and Wrigley and Comiskey Parks for baseball fans. Chicagoans are real big on baseball. In fact, one of the biggest celebrities in Chicago is baseball star Frank Thomas, who's better known as the Big Hurt. Okay, were you guys paying close attention? All right, Danny, here's your first question. What is Chicago known as? The Windy City. Absolutely correct. Okay there, Mr. Knowledge. Ed, it's your turn. The Bears play in Soldier Field. What soldier is nicknamed the Bear?
What soldier's nickname is the Bear?
Yeah.
Now, I understand that this game has never been won.
Not by the Star.
So it's what soldier's nickname is the Bear? Patton, of course.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ed. The answer is General Schwarzkopf, the hero of the Persian Gulf War. Danny, you now lead 1-0. 1-zip. Your second question is, what Chicago sports star is nicknamed the Big Hurt?
Frank Thomas.
Correct again. Ed, just to give you a chance, we're going to make this worth twice as much. Are you ready?
That was all right.
That's right, Ed. All you have to do is get this one correct. Here it is. Wrigley Field, of course, is the home of the Cubs. What is the official name for the home of a Bear Cub?
Dan.
That's right. Now, technically, we have a tie, but because this is the game show where the kid always wins, Danny, you're our big winner, and here's your Not Just News hat. Hey! And that wraps up another episode of Kid Quiz.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it!
Here's our address. Not Just News, 5151, Wisconsin, Washington, D.C., 20016.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it!
All right, I'm hanging out with Randy Myers. He's the Cubs closer.
Well, through that, what you gotta go and get your mic.
Folks, not only can he pitch, he knows his stuff. I think you should be doing the show, Jack, if you're out.
Right.
Now, you're pretty notorious as being kind of a wacky guy, kind of nutty guy.
Well, I think some
Yeah?
people think I am. I think it's a lot of it just because of the routine that you have to go through to prepare yourself. But that's every day you can be out there, game on the line. And guys work their butt off for 3 hours to get out there and get you a lead, and you can mess it up in a minute and a half.
This is Sammy Sosa,
Hey, how you doing?
right fielder for the Chicago Cubs. Boom!
All right.
Well, now I finish like that. Brian McRae, center fielder for the Chicago Cubs. Check out my number, dude. What do you think? See, that's my producer's way of telling me exactly how much I'm getting paid for today. Brian, this is your first year with the Cubs. What's it like playing here at Wrigley Field?
It's fun. It takes a while to get used to playing all these day games, but you know, it's a lot of fun being here. You have great fans. You get to talk with the fans out there in the bleachers.
Brian! We forgot to ask you something! Hot dogs! Get you! Hey, well, I'm trying to sell some hot dogs. Why don't you guys take a look at this? Next week, why would anyone jump out of a perfectly safe airplane? Find out as we drop in on the original Drop Zone. Also, find out if Alexander is great.
The miracle of modern technology.
Wayne's World on Wheels.
We're just going to have some fun out there today.
And why are these people wearing sunglasses to a movie? That's all next week on Not Just News. Now, back to more Not Just News. Hey, welcome back. I'm out here in the bleachers at Wrigley with Pat, the Super Cubs fan. Pat, dude, what's up with the hat?
Oh, I love this hat. I got it in Columbia, Missouri. It's a great hat. I thought I'd wear it for the game today. I thought I might get on TV.
Hey, wow, your dream came true. Any truth to the rumor that the Cubs will be going to that headwear next year?
I don't know. I've been talking to the management. I don't know if they're actually going to do it or not, though.
You know, a funny thing happened the other day. I was watching some TV, and I saw this guy Bozo wearing the same hat.
Oh, I love Bozo, too. Big Bozo fan. I actually got this hat from Bozo. He signed it on the inside, but I don't like to show people.
Well, there you have it. Bozo's everywhere, including on our show. Take a look. Who is Bozo the Clown, anyway?
I am Rupert Murdoch. No, I am a Bozo T. Clown.
For these kids waiting in line, it might seem like a stupid question. But Bozo's a big star in Chicago.
I love Bozo the Clown.
Are you paying attention?
The Bozo Show first lit up the airwaves back in 1961. Hey, that was before color TV.
Hello. How are you?
All the kids used to come home from school. They'd rush home to watch the Bozo Show. They'd eat their peanut butter sandwich and have a bowl of soup or something like that, and then they'd go zooming back to school.
The Bozo Show has been a staple here in Chicago for over 31 years. What did Al tell you? 34 years? 34 years. I slept through 3 of those years.
Bozo was so popular that studio seats were booked for 11 years.
Take 2. Thank you.
But in 1990, they finally became available, and WGN asked viewers to call in during the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
It was 8 years before they became available, and in 91 they became available, and I waited since 91 to get this letter, which I received in September.
They got 27 million calls. So what is so funny about Bozo?
Big feet run in my family. Ha! Ha! Thank you.
This is the home of Bozo, and I believe if you work on that hairstyle, you might be able to replace him.
I'm speechless. Everybody's favorite is the grand prize game, where 2 lucky kids get their chance to win big.
All right!
Oh, there you have it. Looks like Bozo's here to stay.
It takes hours to just preening and just getting myself looking gorgeous. I'm just glad I don't have to dress funny like Pat Sajak.
Hanging out here in the Cubs dugout waiting for my turn, and don't look like I'm going to get a chance, but I'm going to make myself valuable to the team. Anybody need a drink? Water? Anybody? It was this week in 1884 that Eleanor Roosevelt, the wife of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, was born. Eleanor was known for her charity work and for writing the Declaration of Human Rights. Dwight D. Eisenhower was born this week in 1890. Eisenhower, who was nicknamed Ike, led Allied forces to victory in World War II. He then scored another victory by becoming our 34th president. This week also marks the anniversary of the White House. The first family to live in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue was the Adams family, President John Adams' family. And finally, it was this week in 1961 that young Madonna first got the idea to strike a pose. Fortunately, she had many more years to work on the dance technique. Not Just News will return to back to more Not Just News. All right, I'm out here in left field of the famous Wrigley Field, and take a look. This is the famous ivy. You know, ball players have been known to lose a ball or two in this stuff, just like, oh, hey, look, here you go. You got a little baseball in. What's this? Wow, a glove, and I don't believe it. A little comedy for you. You know, I'm going to treasure these things for the rest of my life, especially this. For the next 3 minutes, I'm sure you'll be treasuring this. Take a look.
Across the nation, around the world, we're right on track. Yo, listen to the rhythm of the world rap. Hi, I'm Jessica Dorney with this week's World Rap. Now here's our top story. An Amtrak train derailed in the Arizona desert. 29 spikes have been pulled from the section of track causing the train to jump the tracks. Officials found a note from a terrorist group claiming responsibility, but no one has been arrested. The accident left one person dead and 70 others injured. An earthquake rocked Mexico this week. Residents and rescue workers are still cleaning up after Monday's 7.6 earthquake along Mexico's Pacific coast. The quake left more than 50 people dead and nearly 100 injured. And the east coast of Mexico met trouble too. Her name was Roxanne. Hurricane Roxanne brought high winds and heavy rains to resort areas of the Yucatan Peninsula. Locals and tourists had to evacuate. This is the 10th hurricane of the season. Just 1 week after the trial of the century, the interview of the century never happened. O.J. Simpson was supposed to be interviewed by NBC Wednesday night, but he backed out at the last minute. His lawyers didn't think the interview would be a good idea because he has to go to court again. Some viewers also thought that the interview wasn't such a good idea. Shame on NBC!
Protesters say O.J. has gotten too much publicity. And despite the fires, quakes, and verdicts, the people of Los Angeles still know how to have fun. Last week, the Los Angeles Coliseum held a lowrider competition, complete with monster trucks and even dancing and hopping cars. And finally, it's the Pompous Pumpkin. Despite a slim growing season, this pumpkin managed to put on 939 pounds.
I got this plant on May 11th in a 4-inch pot, and we had it in a greenhouse enclosure until the end of June. And so here it is today.
I'm Jessica Dorney, and that's a wrap.
Well, that about does it from Wrigley Field here in Chicago. So until next time, I'll see you later. Do I gotta keep doing this? How about Matt Gallant and the Quartet? We'll take them on. We'll go touring with Eddie Vedder and Pearl Jam. Hey, while I warm up the body here, why don't you guys take a look at this next story? That was Jack, by the way. See, now, when you win the Cy Young Award, this is what you get. And when you watch our show, this is what you get. Take a look at that. We got your caviar here. Get your caviar oysters over here. Get your little comedy for you. See, they don't sell that stuff at the game. They sell hot dogs. Oh! Give me a C. Give me a U. Give me a B. Give me an S. It's not working.